I'm having a concealer overload today. Hi friends, it's Andrea, and today I want to talk about my skin routine, skincare routine. I can't talk today. I used to think that I had dry skin, but I don't. I actually have oily skin, because if you have oily skin but it's tight, that just means that you're dehydrated, okay? Like if you are always blotting your face but it still feels dry, that just means that you need to drink more water. If you are blotting your skin, like not that much oil at all is coming off and your skin's like flaky, you know, and you're drinking enough water, that means you have dry skin. If your skin's like porcelain, then you have normal skin. Well, I have oily skin, and the best way to treat oily skin, if you look right here where my finger is, you'll see that I have a mess in my room. The best way to treat oily skin is not to dry it out, because then your skin is just going to keep producing even more oil. However, you should keep your skin clean at all times. You should not touch your face, like, ever. And you should obviously use products that are for your type of skin. A lot of people have oily skin. That's usually the skin that breaks out the most, unfortunately. If you keep touching your face, you're just going to spread the bacteria all over the place. You know, if you're not taking the right or following the right skin laws, follow them, because if you don't, you are going to just spread it. It's going to be even worse. But usually, you know, oily skin, there's like a buildup of oil, and then we'll get like one pimple. Just leave it alone, let it go away on its own, because you're gonna break out like every once in a while, like whatever, but just don't make it even worse. And usually the girls are always picking at their skin, or you know, whatever, and that's when, you know, you like create chicken pox all over your face. I'm gonna show you exactly what I do in the morning and at night. So I wake up in the morning, and the first thing that I do is, obviously, I get into the shower if I want to wash my face. I mean, some mornings I like veg out on the couch for like an hour. Anyways, so I get into the shower. I sit in the shower for probably at least 5 minutes until my pores are like fully opened. I don't just hop in and immediately start, you know, washing my face. Or even if I'm going to wash it in the sink, like I will make sure that, you know, I've gotten the pores opened enough. This way, when I am washing my face, it's effective. Anyway, this is what I use. When I moved to LA, I started using Proactiv because my skin was going crazy. My friend actually had 2 bottles, gave me the second bottle, and I was using that, and then I kind of stopped, and then I started again, and so now this is basically the only cleanser. I don't use the whole line. I basically only use this cleanser. When I was younger, I used Proactiv, and I always had like 30 bottles left over of like the repairing lotion, and I just don't like ordering the whole line each month. So basically I ordered this, and I still have repairing lotion actually, and I use that sometimes, but I just feel like it kind of, I don't know, dries my face out, and I don't really like using it that much. But I do love this. I love the little crystals inside and how it's exfoliating and it's clearing out my skin. In the meantime, I was actually told by a wise man in New York that if you need a toner after your face wash, you shouldn't be using that face wash. He was like, anything that requires a toner afterwards, like I would stay away from, which freaked me the hell out. So lately I've been thinking a lot about that. But as of right now, I still use a toner. It's an alcohol-free toning liquid, and it's from The Body Shop. And it's just a vitamin E moisturizing. I don't like toners that dry my skin out, like I said. I feel like when I'm drying my skin out, it's like then I just have oily, dry skin. So I still moisturize, even though I have oily skin, I still moisturize. I use blotting papers a lot, by the way. They're around here somewhere, probably in that pile behind me, just to get rid of the oil. I don't touch my face or anything like that, but I use that to get rid of the oil. Anyways, what am I talking about? Okay, so vitamin E toner when I get out of the shower with a cotton ball only. I don't use a towel or anything like that. It's going to have bacteria on it. I stay clear from bacteria. And if you're like me, if you practice this, infuse this into your lifestyle, you will avoid bacteria. Trust me. Like, it'll just start to become like instinct or like second nature to avoid all things bacteria. After that, I use this Powerful Strength line reducing concentrate, and it's basically like vitamin C infused concentrate, because vitamin C is so important. And like lately I've been like, you know, freaking out about like not having enough vitamin C in my face and stuff like that. So I actually got this. It's from Kiehl's, and it just looks like this, and a little pump, and I apply that first on my face. Okay, so I'm totally protected. You know, my skin is getting its daily vitamin C. You're supposed to do it 1 to 2 times a day. The best moisturizer ever. I've been using this every single day and I love it so much. And this is from Kiehl's also, and I'm like obsessed with them right now. And no, they're not sponsoring me, so don't ask. While this is focusing, I'm gonna say that. Okay, and it's called Rosa Artica. The guy at Kiehl's, and he explained this whole scientific explanation of, you know, how this is made from a flower that absorbs moisture, and it's just an intense moisturizer, and I love it. And then I put on my sunscreen. I have to. And I wear sunglasses. I have to. I am so afraid of the sun. Like, it's unbelievable. It's almost like the more knowledgeable I get of all of your skin's, like, you know, worst enemies out there in Mother Nature, or even just like smog and like all, basically outside. I'm like a vampire. So I freaking have to protect my skin. I'm super fearful of Mother Nature. I don't like the sun on me anymore. So I was grabbing this out of the shower, actually, I dropped it, and now it looks freaking stupid and hilarious. And it's my scrubby brush that I always rave about from Sephora. I'm sure you can get them at other places except for Sephora. And it broke in half. I couldn't believe it. I was like, really, son? Right before my video, you're just gonna break on me like that. Now it looks like this, and it's deformed, which is so sad. But I accept it, even being deformed. Seriously, like, I'll still use this today until I get a new one. I have to use this. I use this probably at least every other day, but usually like, you know, 4 times out of the week. I just use it with my cleanser. I put my cleanser on my face and then I scrub it, or I'll wash my face and then put my cleanser on and, you know, give it a second go. And I usually, you know, do this for about a minute, maybe 30 seconds, rinse it, and my skin is feeling so good. I prefer to do it at night though, because that's when your skin is like working the hardest to repair itself and stuff. So I really like to do this at night, actually. This is so hilarious. I'm like holding up like this broken thing. Nighttime is pretty much the exact same thing, except for, you know, I'm getting ready to go to bed, so I'm a little bit more, you know, during the day, I'm totally aware that I'm going to be touching all these things all throughout the day. It's when I get home that I get really freaky. Wait, that sounded horrible. When I get home, I need to do other things, like clean my laptop, clean my cell phone. So this is what I do. I wash my face in the sink immediately. Like, I wash off the smog from my face immediately, okay? Tone it, moisturize it. It feels so good to have, you know, that mask off of me, my makeup off of me. Then, before touching anything, I take one of these. I put rubbing alcohol on it. You can get a bottle of rubbing alcohol for like $1 now, I guess. Anyways, I fill this up with rubbing alcohol. I take my phone. I clean the whole entire thing. Okay? Let it dry. Clean my laptop. Anything that I touch with my hands, like basically all night, which is my phone or my laptop, it has to be cleaned. I mean, it has, at least every other night, it has to be cleaned. Like, you're doing this all day long with bacteria on your face. I'm not going to get home, wash my face, and then just put bacteria right back on it, especially with, you know, skin that breaks out. I clean my brushes. This is a really good brush cleaner. It's from Sephora. It's like a daily brush cleaner because it dries really fast. All you do is just spray it. It gets rid of, like, I don't know how much, a lot of the bacteria, and then you go. It's super easy. You can do it at night before bed or whatever. It's just like an antibacterial spray that you can just spray on your brushes, you know, wipe them on paper towel or whatever, and let them sit until the next morning when you wake up. It's really important if you do have acne prone skin to disinfect everything, because like acne is chasing you and it wants you. It wants your life. It wants your soul. It wants your skin. One more thing. Primer. I have lots of primers. This is my favorite one. It's actually given to me by Queen Beauty, and then I'm hooked on that one. And you can go get it at Sephora in the little, you know, sample bottles by that little, you know, rack that has like all the small things in it. Anyway, however, I do not like using primer on a daily basis because I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like it makes me break out. I don't know what it is. It's almost like if I wear primer for like 3 days in a row, I notice that like at least 2 days later I'm going to break out, and it's so interesting. Anyways, so I don't like using primer every day. That's my skincare routine. I don't really have too much else that I do. I don't think. I hope I'm not missing anything. If I am, I'll put it down below in the description box. But I think that's basically what I do every day and every night. The main thing is just to leave. Don't pick out your face. It's literally the worst thing that you can do. Like, it's the worst thing you can do. It's the worst thing you can do. There's nothing else worse than that. So that's like the biggest advice. Don't pick at yourself. If you find a bump, leave it alone. It'll go away in a couple of days. Or in a couple of days, there can be 5. your choice. Honestly, like a bump is so much better than like a nasty, huge, like infected blister because you just like decided to like pick at it. I promise you, it's way harder to cover up. Just leave it alone, please. All right, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will link all my products in my blog. Bye.